Thank you, Mr. Nixon. That completes the opening statements. Now the candidates will answer questions or comment upon one another's answers to questions put by correspondents of the networks. The correspondents.
Bob Flemings, ABC News.
First question is Senator Kennedy from Mr. Fleming.
Senator, the Vice President has said in his campaign that you are naive and at times immature. He has raised the question of leadership. On this issue, why do you think people should vote for you rather than a very experienced Vice President?
Well, the Vice President and I came to Congress the same year, 1946, and we served on the Labor Committee together. So I think that we have the same amount of experience. We have a comparable amount of experience. But I think the question is not on experience, it's whether the programs that we advocate and what is the record of the party we lead. I lead the Democratic Party, the party that produced the likes of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson, a party that supports federal aid for education and the development of the Tennessee River Valley. That kind of party is a party that we want to lead. That will be the question, not on experience, but what party do we want to lead the country?
Mr. Nixon, would you like to comment on that statement?
I have no comment.
Mr. Vice President, your campaign stresses the value of your 8-year experience, and the question arises as to whether that experience was as an observer or as an initiator of policy making. Would you tell us specifically what major proposals you have made in the last 8 years that have been adopted by the administration?
Yes, I can do that. As you know, in my 8-year vice presidency, I did accomplish a lot, and I don't think I could summarize all of those accomplishments and policies that I've made in this brief time that we have here. So I'll just give you a few examples. I am an initiator. I have made a lot of decisions in foreign policy and in their economics. For example, in Hungary, I made a suggestion on the government's economic stability, and as a result, they enacted on the policy and made it into law. And that was all because of my suggestion. And later, that was found in their Congress. And as a result, it bettered their country. And that was just one example. But I'm going to let the people decide on whether being an initiator in government policy is more of an advantage to being a senator for a brief period of time.
Senator, what are your views on rock and roll?
Rock and roll, ladies, I love rock and roll. It's killer.
Rock and roll?
You like that?
You mean the menace that's corrupting our youth?
Mr. Fleming, what are your thoughts on the first nationally televised presidential debate, and who would you say came away victorious?
You know, it appeared that Vice President Nixon was very well prepared and expressed what he wanted to say. However, he appeared very nervous and was almost afraid of the camera.
I agree with you. What do you think about Mr. Kennedy?
Now, Mr. Kennedy was very confident with what he wanted to say, and he was proud, and he expressed what he wanted to say with great confidence. It appeared that Mr. Kennedy definitely won this televised debate. However, it could be said that through the radio, Vice President Nixon had won this debate.
Interesting take on that. That's all we've got.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Nothing like a great book by the fire. Although there is one thing, a great haircut. Where are you going to get that? Cut business. Call us and make an arrangement today. 1617 Kill Cut.
I prefer you didn't smoke in here.
I'm sorry. I smoke when I'm nervous.
Okay.
They have missiles 90 miles away from the Florida coast. They're in Cuba right now.
Yes.
We have satellite surveillance on them. That cannot happen. We need to talk them out of it. But anything can just spark their tempers. You know Khrushchev, you know Castro, that they'll just snap in a second and they'll argue.
Castro, what are we gonna do about Cuba?
We're gonna bomb them.
Yeah, we can't just rush into a decision like that, though.
There's no decision to be made. It's already been made. We're gonna bomb them.
I don't know. We should probably talk about this.
Khrushchev, are you okay upstairs?
What should we do?
I don't know. I think we have to quarantine them. At all costs, we have to set up a barricade here,
Okay.
and here, on the coast of Cuba,
I
so they
agree.
cannot send anything out until we finally get this solution solved.
Alright. Well, we can't waste time now. I'm gonna call them
Okay, call Cal.
and no, I'll call Khrushchev.
Call Khrushchev. Yeah, Castro's kind of a dick.
Hello. Yep. Alright, yeah, I'll tell him. We're gonna go about this peacefully.
Are you kidding, Khrushchev?
It's talking with Kennedy.
Call him back. We're not peacefully negotiating anything.
There's
We're
no other way to
bombing
do
them.
this.
Yeah, it's already been made. We're gonna bomb them. There's no negotiations to be made.
Castro.
Hold on. I think they're mad about the Bay of Pigs, and I know I am.
Yeah, you messed up on
I
that
didn't-
one.
Okay, don't. Thank you.
Alright, Castro, I've got an idea.
Are you gonna tell me the idea first?
No, I'm not.
Come on, Khrushchev.
Nope. Hey. Alright, so I've got a plan. Settle this. If we dismantle our nukes, then you've got to promise never to invade Cuba again. Alright? Nope. That's it. Alright, yep. Think about it. How do you like that?
What did you just say?
You heard what I just said.
They're never gonna dismantle theirs. We need to keep them in Cuba. We cannot dismantle ours in Cuba. We put them at an upper hand.
Are you aware what nuclear war would do to the world?
Look, we cannot back down to these Americans.
We're not backing down to anybody. We're saving
That's what
ourselves
you
at the
just
same
did
time.
then. You just backed down to them.
No, I'm not. Don't try to tell me what to do. I have much bigger say in this than you.
I'm just saying what I think.
I think you're out of your element right here.
I think you're not mentally stable, and I think that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Do you want to? I think you should, Mr. President.
No. What's up? Really? Okay, I'll talk about it. I don't know for sure. Alright. They want us to dismantle the bombs. No. They will dismantle the bombs in Cuba
They will dismantle the bombs.
in return for us promising never to invade Cuba. For so long we've wanted Cuba. Now they're communists and now they're run by Castro. I think we're gonna have to, I don't know.
I think we're gonna have to. We can't invade Cuba. They're too strongly communist at this point. I don't think that. What are you doing, Mr. President? Don't make any rash decisions.
Khrushchev will do it.
Well, that's your opinion, man. Alright, have you thought about it? It's a wise choice, my friend. I don't think Castro's gonna like it very much, though. Alright. Got it. He agreed to it.
This is an outrage. You realize what you have done, Khrushchev.
I do realize what I've done. I have prevented mutual assured destruction.
Love you too.
Did you just say you love him?
I established this hotline for a reason.
Hey, what you reading?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm reading Time magazine. Founded in 1923 in New York City, Time magazine has the greatest articles of all time. I read about everything. About President Kennedy, I read about Vice President Johnson, I read about Vietnam, I read about everything. They have their own editorial section. It's really, really, really good. You should read Time Magazine. In fact, I have 2 copies. Here's one. Time Magazine. Order it today.
Time Magazine, yes indeed. If you like reading stuff, come on down. Woo! From Dallas, Texas, the Flash, apparently official. President Kennedy has died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know to where he has proceeded. And presumably, he will take the oath of office shortly and become the 36th President of the United States.